Hey everybody, Farmer Jane here. We had some questions last week about the chamomile in our garden, what we do with it, so I thought we'd talk about that a little bit today. This is an English type of chamomile. It's lofty lan. I find it's like a nice big flower head for making tea. This is the time of day that I harvest just after the dew has dried, the morning dew has dried on the plant. So it's like late morning, 9:30, 10 o'clock. The plant's a little bit dry, and if you see rain in the forecast, it's a good time to get out and do it. I'm just picking them. And the ones I'm picking have a nice flat petals. Their white petals are kind of out flat. That's kind of the ideal size chamomile flower. And then you can have them fresh for tea, and then the ones that you don't use fresh, we dry. And so we have two different ways of drying that we'll kind of show you. More industrial type of drying on window screens, and then you can just also do it on like a muslin cloth inside as well, which we'll show you today. So we're gonna pick some beautiful chamomile heads. Probably just gonna harvest a few more. I'm noticing as I'm in this, it's really awesome to be in here. Just the aroma is just that gentle, soothing chamomile aroma that's already kind of relaxing just to be around. And there's some pretty awesome, I'm seeing ladybugs and tiny little bees. I've never even seen such tiny little bees attracted to these. I love seeing what comes into the garden because of the things we plant. Chamomile is also a beautiful plant because it seeds itself pretty easily. Any of these flowers that I miss will drop some seed, and we always have some volunteer chamomile plants popping up that are a welcome thing for me to find in the garden. So we'll just pick a few more. Let's head in and make some tea, and then I'll also show you how you can dry it simply on your counter. So we're here in the farmhouse kitchen. I've got my freshly harvested chamomile. Woohoo! And we're gonna make some chamomile tea with the fresh. I'm just gonna put about 4 or so loose tablespoons here into my press pot, my French press. And I was gonna show you, this is all I have left from last season. I'm almost out, so this is perfect timing for this to be ready. So this is dried chamomile. You'll see how much smaller it dries to when it's dried, and takes up a lot less space in your jar. I just keep it in a glass jar once it's dried. With the chamomile flowers that are left behind, we're gonna dry these. The reason I want to dry them is just to get that moisture off so that they'll store really well without molding. So we'll get them dry and put them in the glass jar, and that's kind of it. When I do this at a larger scale, like if I was to harvest all those flowers, I have just a really simple system. I have 2 old window screens, and I just lay one out. I put on the chamomile just like I did here across the whole screen. I put it in the high tunnel where it's dry, really dry all the time and sunny. I think shady's probably better, but it is sunny in there. And then I put the other screen on top just to keep any critters off of it. And it really is a quick process. Usually in about 3 to 5 days, I've got a beautiful dried chamomile that I can store really, really well. Especially if you were gonna make like a salve for your hands, for skincare. You really don't want any moisture in the chamomile because that moisture mixed with the oils of the lotions that you would make can really cause the oil to go rancid. So we're gonna get all that moisture out, but you're probably at home without screens and a high tunnel, so you can just put this on your counter. This time of year, it's pretty quick. Again, probably about 5 days in the house like this, so find a good spot that won't be in the way of your kitchen, and just let them do their thing. And you could put like a paper towel over the top if you want to keep critters off of it, or pesky cats like I have lots of. So our water's boiling. I am just going to take a boiling water. We're going to pour this over our fresh chamomile. It's super relaxing. I just had my little 3-year-old niece here for 3 days, and I make chamomile tea for her, and I actually just put I make chamomile tea and I put it in ice cube trays, and then I can put just a little chamomile cube into her juice or water, just so it's just a relaxing feel the whole time she's here. So there's nice fresh chamomile in here. I'm gonna stir this around. Actually, I feel like I wanna add a little bit more chamomile in here. And then, so that your beautiful chamomile, I don't know, essence doesn't escape through the steam, you do want to cover your tea. If it's just your teacup, you want to put something over it. This is a press pot, it's got that built in. We're going to let it steep for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to enjoy with just a little dollop of honey from our own bees. All right, I appreciate you guys. Hope you're having some relaxing chamomile tea all summer long.